Welcome to Lakers Talk with Gerald, episode 200. That's LeBron James today as the world USA basketball team faces the the super team of Sudan. If you guys didn't know, the super team of South Sudan, challenged the USA world team. It went down to the final seconds as LeBron James led the USA team to victory, hitting the go-ahead layup with seconds remaining to take the lead, 101-100 against South Sudan. Once again, the strong, ferocious, built-up, super team of South Sudan. It took LeBron James, the GOAT, 21 years of NBA credentials to come through and put 23 points on their head. If you don't know, he wanted to make a statement. He had to make sure he got at least 23 points with the game win so that, people would know that was Michael Jordan's number. That's what he was known for, 23. He just want to let y'all know, hey, look, I got this. I got this, everybody. He did that. He did get a victory against, like I said, the super team of South Sudan. And we held on for the victory. Everybody, yes, I know. We should not let a team like South Sudan play us that close, and damn near got the win. They were up by 14 points at one point. I think they were up by 14 at halftime or something. Of course, I couldn't watch the game. I had to just keep up with any kind of illegal feeds people were feeding on Twitter or X, whatever we want to call it. That's how I was keeping up with it. But it was, looking at the highlights, though, it was kind of dope seeing LeBron doing a lot of dope things at 39 years old after 21 years in the NBA. I mean, he's still getting breakaway dunks. I mean, he's still bodying people, driving to the basket, getting layups, beating them to the hole, He's the oldest dude on the court, and he's still looking damn amazing. He's looking like one of the best players in the world, at 39 years old. And if that doesn't tell you something about how great this dude is, I don't know what else to say. Anyway, it was a flashback in time seeing all the highlights. It looked pretty dope to me. Seeing LeBron carrying the weight on his shoulders. Just getting to the basket, looking like LeBron, man. You know what I'm saying, everybody. It's just great to see. But check out those highlights. You let me know what you think. Now let's get back to Lakers talk. Let's talk about Bronny James. We got to talk about Bronny James because that's what everybody has been on. Everybody's mind. That's what everyone talks about. Every sports center, every podcast, every sit down you can think of that mentions the Lakers is going to talk about how LeBron James is either garbage, he's crap, we shouldn't have picked him, he's taking a spot from somebody else, nepotism at its highest. Like, come on, everybody. It's all these different things, right? And so, LeBron, his first 3 games or so in Summer League, because they had like 2 or 3 games of Summer League in Sacramento, up near in Golden State's arena. And then they came and started the Summer League in Las Vegas. That's the one most of us recognize. That's the one most people really put eyes on and kind of pay attention to the numbers. But before he came down to the Las Vegas Summer League, he hadn't made any 3-pointers. He was only averaging like 4 points a game. He was looking kind of shaky. Even in the first couple games of Summer League, same thing, looking kind of shaky. Not looking super natural and confident with his shot and his decisions. And his 3-point shot was abysmal. He was, we're just saying by numbers purely because he was 0 for 15 at one point in time. So, 9 out of 15, you can categorize that as abysmal. Not trying to put it down or say he wasn't. But over the last 2 games, he has come into his own, showing a little bit of what everybody, a lot of people close to him knew that he could do, starting to look more like, a player that has something, hitting jump shots, making better decisions, getting to the hole a couple times, knocking down a couple threes per game from what I've been seeing. So he's looking a lot better. I think he got 12 points in the game before, and then he got 13 points in the last game. Now, mind you, both of those games ended in victory. Their first 2 victories of the preseason. The game before, the one they won before, was it was without Dalton Connect, our other rookie that we drafted, the high draft pick at number 17. So he came back in that second game, played a really good game, also scored 20 points, along with Bronny's 13 points, and they sealed a victory. They had to come back from behind from what I saw. They were down in the fourth quarter, but Bronny and Dalton both added to, what they needed to come back. So that was really cool to see. It's kind of dope. They got victories. Bronny's looking better. Dalton's looking really good. I mean, love to see it. And yeah, if you haven't noticed, I'm doing this with the raindrops. There's something kind of natural about the raindrops while you're, it's kind of peaceful, right? So, I feel like nature. What's wrong with nature? I know podcast is a thing where it's supposed to be super quiet, but no, let's have nature sounds in the background. Why not? Why not? The word is still going to get out. You're still going to get these basketball talks from me. You're still going to get my opinions, my thoughts, things I think about. You're going to hear it loud and clear whether you hear these raindrops or not. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody, so that's going to do it on this episode, everybody. We're going to keep up. We're going to find out when the Lakers' next preseason game is. Most likely they don't have a chance of winning the summer league. I think going down 0-2 kind of put them in a hole. I don't know what it would look like even if they ran the table and won all the remaining games. I don't know if that would be enough to get them a victory. They do have a game next, which is against the Bulls summer league team. They are also 2-2. That's going to be at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So by the time my podcast drops, that game should be on or over with, something to that effect. So hopefully we can get another victory, a third victory. Hopefully Bronny can continue to looking decent. And hopefully Dalton Connect will look good also. And hopefully we can get our third win, like I said. And that would be dope. That would be good momentum. Momentum is everything, you got to crawl before you walk. That's what Summer League is. That's what Bronny's doing. He didn't come in here being a superstar right off the bat like his dad. He's going to have to work his way up. And yeah, I'm here for it, everybody. So let's do it. Lakers Talk with Gerald, everybody. Definitely follow me, like, subscribe, do all those things that you normally would with any other podcast like Joe Rogan, whatever amazing podcast that you listen to, because we are one of those, right? So update, everybody. This is episode 200. This is a major milestone, or in my podcast journey, because initially I started this with the plan to do just 100 episodes. That was my initial goal, just to get through 100 episodes, no matter how long it took me, no matter how inconsistent I was like, okay, I'm going to get to 200. Do these podcasts. Get your ass up. Do a podcast. Talk about these opinions. You already talk about the Lakers enough, right? You talk about it all day, every day. You watch many hours. You listen to tons of podcasts. Go do your own podcast. Go put your own opinion out there. Go. Yeah. I mean, put out there my own thoughts and opinions out there, because everybody has insight that's different from someone else's. So I wanted to put my insight out there, and to also get confidence in my own, abilities to speak or communicate, or even just to hear myself. Once you start doing something like this, you listen back and you listen to the way you sound. Mind you, no one likes the way they sound when you listen to yourself recorded. I'm going to promise you that. If you've never listened to yourself playback after recording, most times, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be like, oh my goodness, I sound like that? I can't believe I sound like that. Even people that have the greatest voices in the world, right? You see people and you're like, man, you have an amazing speaking voice, or man, you have a deep voice. They all feel the same way. A lot of those people, when I talk to them, they're like, man, is that me? The first couple times, right? And then eventually you get comfortable with how you sound. You work on the things that you're not so proud of, like your breaks in your talk, maybe your ums and your ahs, or whatever it is that you may think unworthy of, or not like good speaking, or not articulate. You can go back and work on those things. That's the great thing about doing this type of stuff, because you can go back and listen to yourself, after you listen to yourself, you can kind of make notes. Oh, wait, man, I didn't realize I do that all the time. I didn't realize I say ah, ooh, ah. I didn't realize I enunciate one word a certain way. I didn't. I didn't realize I say member instead of remember, as someone pointed out to me. I tend to do. I think I got that from, for some reason, talking childhood and areas I've come from. For some reason, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, man. Oh, what'd you say? You were talking about last week. Oh, I remember that. Remember that? Remember when I told you? Remember? Yeah, you know what? It came so naturally to me that I didn't even realize I was saying member instead of remember, kind of a shorthand of talking. I feel like a lot of people develop a shorthand of talking, which people either say slang or say something else. But I mean, why you can have a shorthand of talking, or excuse me, of writing. Why can't you have a shorthand of talking? So either way, it's good to note and get feedback from people too. Things that you are doing and maybe way you're pronouncing things that's not quite great. Because it's always great to work on yourself. And that's how I feel. Once again, everybody, this is episode 200, Lakers Talk with Gerald. Subscribe. Tell me what you think. Give me some big ups. Give me some congratulations, man. If you made it to this far, if you're still listening to this podcast right now, make a comment, man. I want to hear from y'all. I want to hear I don't know, man. It's good. You know what? I'm going to give myself a pat on the back first because you always got to, that's me patting myself on the back right there. Because, you gotta celebrate yourself. If you don't celebrate yourself, no one else will. And sometimes you gotta brag and tell people about yourself and let them know who you are. Let them know your accomplishments. Because a lot of times you think if you're just quiet, people are gonna realize, oh yeah, man, I just keep doing what I'm doing. They're gonna recognize me. Sometimes you gotta just tell people. You gotta pop out and show them up. Excuse me. Like K-Dot said, you gotta pop out and show them. So sometimes you got to show people, hey, no, I'm that dude. Let me tell you about me. Yeah, it could come off braggadocious. It can come off whatever, but it really is a thing that if you don't tell people or show people sometimes your own accomplishments, you won't get recognized. All right, episode 200. I'm out, everybody.